Welcome to GPCO's 2023 Health Fair and Back to School Volunteer Training. Thank you for signing up to participate on Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. Please note that volunteers are required to arrive at 7 a.m. to ensure a timely start. Volunteer hours are from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. We look forward to serving the community with you. Here is our flyer. Feel free to share with friends and family. The objective of this training is to provide volunteers with overview of the event and environment, tips and dress code, team leads and assigned tasks. This year's event will be held at Alamo's Westside Education and Training Center, WETC. The address is 610 Southwest 41st Street, San Antonio, Texas 78237. Here is an overview of the location. There is a designated volunteer parking area on the left side of the map. Healthcare providers will conduct screenings inside the WETC building. Health screening vans will set up outdoors in the parking area, while vendor tents, food, and backpack distributions will be outside. Public restrooms will be located outside as well. Kindly take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the overview of the location. Volunteer parking spaces is accessible via 610 Southwest 41st Street. Spaces available are on a first-come, first-served basis. Additional parking is available at the entrance by Southwest 40th Street, off Old Highway 90 West Enrique Barrera Parkway. Look out for directional signs and police officers for further directions. Kindly note that no parking between entry and exit to avoid damages to cars.
Here are a few tips for volunteers. Please notify your team lead when you need a break. Hats are recommended, as you might be outside for an extended period of time. Keep hydrated. Bottled water will be made available. Breakfast and lunch will be provided. Here are some additional information for volunteers. House screenings will be conducted inside the Alamo WETC building. Vendor activities and backpack distribution will be conducted outdoors. No gathering inside the Alamo WETC building. Volunteer restrooms are located inside the Alamo WETC building. Vendors and attendees must use mobile restrooms located outdoors. Please direct attendees to outdoor mobile restrooms. Dress code. Team leads are required to wear the GPCO t-shirt with a GPCO logo on the back. All other volunteers wear a white t-shirt. We recommend a lightweight fabric and a hat. To protect your feet, closed-toe shoes are required. Be prepared to stand for a long duration. If you need snacks, water, and electrolyte drinks, approach Cafe Coordination Team at the kitchen window. Keep your personal belongings at home, as we do not have a designated secure area. Utilize volunteer resting bays as needed.
Here are the names of the team leads with their corresponding team. Cafe Coordination, Green Team, Olamide Fagbola. Team Coordination, Blue Team, Grace Ayamobola. Logistics, Orange Team, Akin Ayamobola. Backpack Distribution, Team A, Purple Team, Folake Ajagbe. Backpack Distribution, Team B, White Team, Hannah Ademoye and Oyinda Akinkube. Backpack Distribution Team C, Yellow Team, Linda Serros. Media and Photography, Gold Team, Wale Olomudimu. Traffic and Mobilization, Silver Team, Temitope Ajagbe. Prayer, Pink Team, Sunday Ademoye. WETC Hospitality Team, Patricia Sanchez. Food Distribution, Red Team, Yomi Olomuyiwa. Medical Team, Black Team, Biola Dairo and Bumi Adinuga. Ensure to take a second look at this slide to identify your assigned team lead. We will now review team roles and assignments. Take a look at the pictures to identify your team leads. Cafe Coordination, Green Team, led by Olamide Fagbola, coordinates all food-related activities and serves volunteers. Check with volunteers and give out water as needed. Follow up with Jason Zelli at 11:30 a.m. to ensure delivery at 12:30 p.m.
Hairnet will be provided for food coordination team. Distribute water and snacks to volunteers as needed. Breakfast will be distributed by designated food handlers. Cafe coordination team must check volunteer badge before handing food over. Ensure all food items are covered. Here are the cafe coordination team members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team lead if this is your team. Remember to note your team lead's information. Team coordination, blue team, led by Grace Ayamabola. Team coordination members must provide team leads with registration materials, collect registration forms from team leads, and distribute volunteer backpacks. Administrative support for team leads as needed, manage GPCO information table and volunteer tent area. Team coordination members must register vendors using barcode/link. Here are the team coordination members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team lead if this is your team. Remember to note your team lead's information.
Logistics team, orange team, led by Akin Ayamobola. Offload backpacks from U-Haul. Allocate space and canopy setup for GPCO teams and providers, both indoor and outdoors. All vendors are outside. They are required to bring their setup needs and responsible for their setup. Set up canopy, tables, and stations for the below team. Backpack team, cafe coordination team, prayer team, team coordination, and Ongo Beauty School. Work closely with traffic control to maintain the flow of traffic and assist with various distribution and team setup efforts. Set up hand wash stations and monitor refill of paper towels and hand wash soap. Vendor space allocation. Vendors will be assigned alphanumeric codes between V1 to V40, corresponding with their assigned setup space. Kindly take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the vendor space allocation. Here are the logistics team members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team lead's information.
Backpack distribution, Team A, B, and C. Coordinate distribution of 4,000 backpacks for all grades. Pre-K to Kinder, 1st to 5th grade, and 6th to 12th grade. Facilitate and organize the distribution efforts of backpacks and adult hair bags. Ensure the students are present prior to giving backpacks. If students are not present, parent or guardian must provide birth certificate, school ID, or other form of identification. Please avoid grass areas. Backpack distribution teams will have direct contact with attendees, both parents and children. Backpack distribution team roles. Parent engager. Verify the number of students and their corresponding grades. Ensure child is present. Hand out backpacks to students. Coordinate additional school supply stations and hand out additional school supplies. Bagger. Restock parents engager backpack stack. Line manager. Coordinate and manage the entry and exit of attendees as they receive their backpack. Here are the Backpack Distribution Team A team members, led by Foloke Ajabe. Please take a minute to review and identify your team lead. If this is your team, remember to note your team lead's information. Here are the Backpack Distribution Team B team members, led by Hannah Adomoye and Oyenda Hakinkumbe. Please take a minute to review and identify your team leads. If this is your team, remember to note your team lead's information. Here are the Backpack Distribution Team C team members, led by Linda Sirlos. Please take a minute to review and identify your team lead. If this is your team, remember to note your team lead's information. Please review visuals on the following slides to familiarize yourself with Backpack Teams A, B, and C setup.
and Photography, Gold Team, led by Wale Olumodimo. Gold Team members are to support our volunteer photographers, videographers, and DJs as needed. They will also help coordinate group photographs for each team. Please note that they might be coverage by local news channels. Here are the media and photography team members. Please take a minute to review and identify the team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team leads information. Traffic and Mobilization Team, Silver Team, led by Timitope Jabe. Work closely with the Bexar County Constable officers and SAPD to ensure safe traffic and parking. Set up parking lot areas with cones. Monitor the volunteers and attendees' parking spot. Ensure compliance with traffic direction, and support logistics team as needed. Here are the members of the Traffic Mobilization Team. Please take a minute to review and identify the team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team leads information. Remember, volunteer parking spaces are accessible via the 610 Southwest 41st Street. Spaces are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Kindly take a few moments to familiarize yourself with the map.
Prayer Pink Team is led by Sunday Ademoye. Pray with attendees as needed. Support adult care bag distribution after prayer with attendee.
Food Distribution, Red Team, led by Yomi Olumoyiwa. The Red Team will distribute food bags to attendees. Team members must be on site by 7 a.m. to receive San Antonio Food Bank delivery of 850 food bags. Team members will assist attendees with completion of San Antonio Food Bank Form D. Please ensure all recipients complete San Antonio Food Bank Form D before handing out a food bag. Please avoid grass area. Food distribution team members, please review San Antonio Food Bank Form D to assist attendees with accurate completion. Here are the food distribution team members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team leads information. WETC Hospitality Team, led by Patricia Sanchez. WETC team will help with navigation and hospitality within the WETC building. Team members will work closely with the medical team. WETC team will be wearing purple or yellow colored t-shirts. Here are the WETC Hospitality team members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team leads information. Medical Team, Black Team, led by Bumi Adenuga and Biola Dairo. The medical team will assign and set up provider stations. They will assign healthcare providers to stations and support healthcare screenings as needed. The medical team will support and manage foot traffic within the WETC building. They will support persons receiving care as needed, and the medical team must register all providers using the barcode or link. Here are the medical team members. Please take a minute to review and identify your team leads if this is your team. Remember to note your team leads information.
Here's the agenda for Saturday, July 22nd, 2023. From 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m., registration and breakfast. Red Team should be available to offload the San Antonio Food Bank truck. From 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m., identify your team and meet your team members. From 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., team auto. Discuss pack review duties or roles. Ensure you have all supplies. Set up assigned area and logistics. Please direct any questions you may have to your team lead. Here are a few things to remember on that day. Please arrive on time. Arrival time is 7 a.m. Report to your team lead upon arrival. Breakfast and lunch will be provided.
Team leads will be wearing a GPCO Team Lead t-shirts with Grace Pavilion logo at the back. Upon registration with your team leads, indicate on the form if you need backpacks for your child or children. Remember to pick up reserve backpacks from the team coordinator located at the volunteers resting bay. We've come to the end of the volunteer training. If you have any questions, please contact us via email at bumi.a@gracepavilion.org and at community-outreach@gracepavilion.org or by the phone number 210-914-7284 or at 530-641-3801.
On behalf of Grace Pavilion's Teenagers Ministry and Community Outreach Teams, thank you and see you soon.